full world of nests. From the lavish penthouses of the treetops to the cozy studios in shrubbery, animals sure know how to step up home sweet home. Stick around as we unnest the most jaw-dropping abodes in the animal kingdom.
Place for this Hammerkorp couple to build their new home. They do like to relocate every 4 years or so.
And remember, it's not just about the size, but the style that counts. Feather or not, you believe it, these homes are exceptional. Let's flap right into it. Here are the 20 most amazing nests in the animal world. Sociable weavers' nests. Ready to have your nests blown? Well, who would have thought that the art of architecture could soar to such heights in the avian world? And guess what? Size isn't everything. Imagine being a petite bird with a mansion in the sky, defying all those big bird, small bird stereotypes. Enter the world of the sociable weavers in southern Africa, where these little guys are outdoing themselves with some serious real estate goals. Picture this, a haystack-like megastructure clinging to acacia trees, like a condominium for our feathered friends, where up to 500 of them can chill out. These aren't just any old nests, they're climate-controlled marvels, cool by day, cozy by night, kind of like nature's own version of smart homes, wouldn't you say? But it's not just the size that's impressive, it's the legacy. Some of these nests have been in the bird biz for over a century, passed down like precious heirlooms. Talk about ancestral homes. However, imagine the drama when it gets too weighty and whoops, down it comes, a real estate crash, quite literally. Stay tuned as we wing our way through more of these nests' wonders, but for now, just let that sink in. A single nest, 100 years old, and a story of tiny birds with grand dreams. Who knew the feathered world was so ambitious? Hey you, feeling lucky? Want a shout out in tomorrow's video? All you gotta do is smash that subscribe button and comment down below your fave moment from today's juicy topics. Tomorrow, you just might be the talk of the town. Alright, enough chit chat, back to the show. Woodpecker. Ever peeked into the mysterious abode of a woodpecker? Let's tap into that curiosity. From the outside, it's just a round doorway, an arboreal who's there? But beyond that barky threshold, now that's where the magic hatches. Within the trunk, a cozy chamber awaits, a snug nursery lined with wood chips, nature's own crib bedding. Here a woodpecker couple plays house, meticulously crafting a space deep enough to let their pecklings spread their wings, so to speak. And size? It's all relative. From the petite downy woodpecker's 1-foot deep nook to the pilated woodpecker's 2-foot deep grand hall. Talk about a room with a view. Each year, the avian architects, they chisel anew, leaving behind a tree trunk dotted with the storybooks of nests past. Could there be anything more woodpeckery? So, the next time you're out in the wild craning your neck at a tree, remember, there's a world of feathered craftiness behind that circular door. And as we peck away to reveal more nest wonders, take a moment this weekend to witness a woodpecker's home, making marvel for yourself. It's nature's own version of a house tour. Bindweed's bee nest. In the sunny climes of California, it's not just the humans feeling the spring fever. Bees are getting down to busyness too. But for those winged warriors, the dating game is more WWE than romantic dinner, as males duke it out over the belle of the ball, or in this case, the bee at the bottom of a bee pile. Talk about a love crush. But let's not dwell on the battles. Our victorious queen bee has work to do. She's an excavator extraordinaire, a nectar-powered shovel, if you will, carving out her kingdom in, of all places, a dirt parking lot turned bee sanctuary by kind-hearted humans. There's no hive mind here. Each female reigns supreme over her quirky little domain, crafting turrets that are anything but standard issue, some vertical, some horizontal, some with a stylish downward swoop. Why, you ask? Well, it's anti-fly fortress design at its finest. As she embarks on a quest for pollen, exclusive designer pollen from Morning Glories no less, she's got her pollen pants on, ready to stock her pantry for the next generation. Yet here come the bee flies, the ultimate party crashers with eyes bigger than their morals, laying claim to a hardworking bee's nursery. Nature's drama unfolds in these tiny tunnels where battles for survival rage on a miniature scale. And as our bee matriarch seals her legacy beneath the earth, she sets the stage for next year's tiny bee metropolis. The circle of life buzzes on, with each generation carving out their existence in the gritty underbelly of a parking lot paradise. Stay tuned and keep your antennas up for more awe-inspiring nests that are anything but ordinary. Shout out to Amongogna68. We totally agree. Very strange indeed. Thanks for diving deep into the hashtag open discussion, and keep those comments coming. Weaver Ant Nest. Get ready to meet the architects of the ant world in today's journey through the most amazing nests in the animal world. Ever wondered if ants are more than just picnic invaders? Well, Weaver ants are here to stitch your doubts away. Imagine a group of tiny creatures turning leaves into fortresses high above, sewing together a home with nothing but teamwork and baby spit? Yes, you heard that right. These weaver ants turn a tree branch into a real estate developer's dream, working in an astonishing display of social collaboration that would make any HR department jealous. They begin their craft by performing an incredible feat of strength and acrobatics, bending leaves by sheer will, and a little help from their friends. But when the leafy challenge is too much for one ant to handle, they form living chains in a display of unity that would put any circus act to shame. As some hold the fort, literally, others embark on a nursery run, fetching the silken secret weapon, their larvae. These wriggly little ones are more than just the next generation. They're silk-spinning machines that would make any seamstress green with envy. Together, they weave a tapestry of silk so strong it can hold their leafy abode together, complete with stylish circular entrances. Just like the sociable weavers and their haystack mansions, these weaver ants create complex living spaces, but with a twist, as their silk-spinning larvae add a touch of cozy to their leafy condos. So next time you're looking up at the trees, remember the weaver ants, crafting their homes with living threads in the great tapestry of nature. Stay tuned, because we've got more incredible nests coming up that'll leave you bug-eyed with amazement. The Tailor Bird Nest. Nestled within the lush tapestry of Asia's tropical greenery, the common tailor bird is taking the art of nest making to a whole new level. And trust me, it's so cool. Grab your thimbles and threads, viewers, because we're about to unravel the secrets of nature's own little seamstress. Now we zoom in on the tailor bird, a tiny avian with a knack for needlework that would make any fashion designer's jaw drop. With the precision of a master tailor, this bird stitches a cradle for its young, not with needle and thread, but with spider webs, fine grass, and the most delicate plant fibers, burrowed from nature's own haberdashery. Watch in awe as it meticulously weaves these elements, creating punctures so fine that the leaves just keep their lush green, blending the nest into the foliage like the perfect hidden pocket in a couture gown. Some nests are such masterpieces of deception, with leaves riveted in haute couture fashion. They'd make even the weaver ants tip their hats. If they wore hats, that is. Our feathered tailor doesn't stop there. It fashions some nests by stitching a single leaf into a cozy cup, using nature's threads in a way that could give your favorite hoodie's drawstring a run for its money. And just when you think you've seen it all, the bird pulls another design out of its cap, making each nest a unique creation, with variations that could fill a birdie fashion week runway. Stay tuned, as the next nest in our lineup promises to be another nature-crafted marvel that's sure to leave you amazed. Swallow Bird Nest. Let's wing our way into the world of real estate bird style with the barn swallow, the avian aficionado of abode selection. These sky dancers don't just settle for any old nook or cranny. Oh no, they're aerial acrobats, swooping and scouting for that perfect pad with the zest of a couple on a house hunting show. Imagine this, a swallow pair zipping through the countryside, hover viewing potential homes. They're the pickiest of tenants, folks, hovering like tiny helicopters to inspect eaves, rafters, even recycling last season's derez, provided it's parasite-free, of course. Cleanliness next to swallowness, am I right? Now, for the pièce de résistance, their nests. Picture this, a masterclass in masonry, with no stone or mud pellet left unturned. These lovebirds are a construction duo, crafting with the earth itself, sculpting a cozy mud cup that would make any potter green with envy. Steadily, a shelf emerges like the foundation of love, followed by the cradling walls of their half-cup haven against a barn's sturdy wall. Or a full-circle abode atop a beam, a snug little bed lined with the softest grass and the finest feathers, unless of course they're borrowed by the neighbor. Nest flicks and chill, anyone? So, as our barn swallows add the finishing touches to their summer retreat, stay tuned. The next chapter in our feathery series will take you even higher into the nests of the wild, where the decor is always naturally in vogue. Ruby-throated hummingbird. Prepared to be dazzled by the ultimate featherweight champion of nest design, the ruby-throated hummingbird. These tiny architects of the air take home sweet home to new heights, literally. Perched 10 to 40 feet up in the leafy catwalks of oak, birch, or even in the daring loop of chain. These ladies aren't just choosing a spot, they're crafting a statement. Ever seen a nest that's a work of art and engineering rolled into one? No? Well, let me paint you a picture. Our dainty diva selects her branch like a maestro chooses a violin. Only the best will do. In a flurry of flapping wings, she weaves a cup no bigger than a thimble, yet strong enough to make the Hulk green with envy. How, you ask? With a pinch of spider silk, a dash of thistledown, and voila! A nest that's both sturdy and stretchy. Now, imagine a nest so chic it would make the fashion elite pause, adorned with lichen and moss like nature's own haute couture. And the pièce de résistance? Our mother-to-be dances around the rim, smothering it between her neck and chest like a master potter at the wheel, ensuring it's runway ready for her imminent brood. So, as our hummingbird nurtures her soon-to-be jewels, remember, this isn't just a nest, it's a love story between bird and branch, woven with magic and ready to cradle the future. Stay perched, viewers, our next nest tale promises even more wonders. Edible Nest Swiftlet. Hey foodies and feather friends alike, have you ever munched on a dish that can fly? Meet the master chef of the avian world, the Swiftlet, whipping up nests that would make even the most exclusive restaurants double take. These avian connoisseurs create a cozy cradle from their own spit. Yep, you heard that right, transforming it into a white gold nest that glistens like a treasure under the sun. Just imagine, each loving couple donates a whopping 10 grams of their gourmet glue to craft this 6-centimeter marvel. And why, you might ask, would anyone want such a saliva-sourced snack? Well, it turns out in the culinary world, this saliva is the silk of the soup universe, fetching up to $4,000 per kilo. Talk about expensive taste, eh? But here comes the not-so-tasty part. Our swiftlets became victims of their own success. As humans, the unsatiated predators of peculiar palates nearly gobbled up their existence in the wild, all in the name of an appetizer. In the 90s, the swiftlet populations plummeted, not because of cats or hawks, but because of us, humankind, with our relentless appetite for rarity. Don't go anywhere yet, our next feathery tale might not be as edible, but it's just as incredible. Will it be another nest as opulent as the swiftlets? Keep watching to find out. European Bee Eater. Wanderlust winging through the skies, the European bee eaters are the envy of travel buffs everywhere. With no need for passports, these avian adventurers are prepping for a journey that most of us can only dream of during lockdowns. So, what's their secret? Maybe it's their awe-inspiring nests that fuel their globe-trotting lifestyle. These feathered artists craft their homes not in the treetops, but along the daring edges of cliffs, the soft walls of sandbanks, or the tranquil banks of rivers. Can you imagine spending 20 days carving out your dream house? That's commitment. These burrows are more than just holes in the ground. They're the product of a collective spirit, with colonies coming together in a bustling neighborhood, sharing tools and tips, or beaks and tricks in their case. And oh, the music of their lives. The bee eaters' calls aren't just noise, they're a symphony in the sky. A language of preeps and serenades that turn the air into a dance floor during courtship. As we prepare to say bon voyage to these colorful nomads, stay tuned for more tales that will take you soaring through the most extraordinary avian architectures on the planet. Who knows, the next nest might just be the blueprint for your future holiday home. Keep watching, the adventure is just a flutter away. The caddisfly. Ever wondered who could teach us a thing or two about underwater construction? Enter the caddisfly, the unsung architect of the insect world. These little critters are the secret envy of every engineer, making a splash with their incredible aquatic tape. Oh, and it's not just any tape, it's a silky, sticky marvel that has scientists like Nicholas Ashton and Russell Stewart at the University of Utah bubbling with excitement. Imagine trying to wallpaper your bathroom while submerged in a bathtub. Sounds impossible, right? Well, the caddisfly larvae are making a mockery of our surface-bound adhesives. Their homes? Cozy pebble-studded tubes along stream beds, crafted with a silk tape so advanced it could revolutionize how surgeries are stitched up inside our waterlogged bodies. While we struggle with a soggy band-aid, these larvae are underwater interior designers, gracefully spinning silk that holds tight amidst the currents that would sweep away any human-made creation. It's underwater DIY at its finest. And it's not just sticky, it's a stone-cold lifeline that keeps these tiny creatures safe from the torrents. Vogelkop bowerbird nest. Ladies and gents, gather round for a tale of the ultimate feathered Casanova, the Vogelkop bowerbird. This isn't just a story of a bird building a nest. Oh no, it's a saga of love, artistry, and the quest to be the most dashing suitor in the forests of Western New Guinea. Picture this, a male bowerbird not with dazzling feathers, but with an eye for design that would make any interior decorator jealous. His mission? To construct a twig bower that's not just structurally sound, but aesthetically jaw-dropping, or beak-dropping. It's all about the curb appeal, because in the bowerbird world, it's the swankiest crib that wins the lady's heart. Our avian architect selects each twig and flower with the precision of a master florist, each petal placed as a silent sonnet, every arrangement a ballad of branches. And the ladies? They're the critics, the connoisseurs, touring these twiggy abodes, musing over which deserves the title of most handsome habitat. In the end, as our feathered friends flit from bower to bower, one male's flair for flowers will catch the discerning eye of a female, and his botanical boudoir will have won the day. But the quest for love and luxury in the animal kingdom is never ending. Termite nest building. Imagine a fortress, not of stone or steel, but of soil and saliva, hidden from sight yet teeming with life. The termite nest, a labyrinthine palace where darkness reigns and moisture clings to the walls like a cloak. These tiny engineers with bodies vulnerable as whispers build their sanctuaries to defy the harshness of the outside world. How do they achieve this feat, you ask? With a dash of insect ingenuity, of course. These workers and old nymphs toil tirelessly, creating a microclimate more stable than our best managed greenhouses. Who needs air conditioning when your home maintains a balmy eternal spring? All thanks to the very breath of your inhabitants. And let's not forget the masterful design, complete with ventilation pores rivaling any modern system, ensuring every corner is filled with just the right amount of carbon dioxide. As we marvel at these underground utopias, bustling and buzzing in the shadowy soil, we can only wonder, what's next in our tour of the world's most amazing nests? Stick around as the next tale promises to be just as captivating, if not more, in the endless surprising saga of nature's homes. Montezuma Oropendola Nest. Oh, feathered friends and avian aficionados, have you ever wondered where the king and queens of the canopy hide their precious jewels? Let's swing into the treetops with the Montezuma Oropendolas and their gravity-defying abodes. In a world where high-rise living is taken quite literally, these clever birds craft nests that dangle like elongated teardrops from the trees. A spectacle of engineering that would make any architect pause. Have you ever seen a nest that hangs longer than your arm, swaying gently in the breeze? That's the Oropendola's masterpiece, a cradle for these skies designed to dance with the wind, not against it. Imagine being a tiny hatchling in a nest like that. Your very first life lesson would be that balance is key. And let's tip our hats to the female Oropendolas. These lady architects are the ones who weave these pendulous palaces, all while their beau, the dominant male, watches over his lofty kingdom, where the lineage of his court is secured high above any slinking predator's reach. As we marvel at these hanging wonders, each nest a story of survival and craft, we have to ask, what could possibly top this? African Jacana. Ever walked on water, folks? Well, the African Jacana has that trick in the bag. These extraordinary birds are the ballet dancers of the marshlands, with toes longer than a magician's wand, strutting atop lily pads like they're strolling through a park. In a feathery fusion of groans, barks, and shrieks that could outdo any horror movie soundtrack, these aquatic artists announce their presence. But it's Daddy Jacana who takes the spotlight in the nurturing department. Picture this, a doting father tucking his chicks under his wings, literally giving them a warm embrace. Is there anything more heartwarming? Now, these birds might not win any races in the sky, but when it comes to swimming, they're the champions of the shallows. And their chicks, they're naturals in underwater escapology, diving to dodge danger at the first sign of trouble. Their homes are no grand castles, rather they opt for the minimalist chic of nature's own making, crafting nests that float like little rafts under the cooling shade. It's the simple life at its finest, a leafy cradle on the gentle waters, rocked by the whispering waves. As you can see, the African Jacana's life is a delicate dance on the water's surface, a tale of balance, bravery, and parental love. Now, as we leave the Jacana gently bobbing on the water, get ready for our next feathery tale, which promises to be just as enchanting and even more unexpected. Malleefowl Nest. Ladies and gentlemen, step right up and behold the architects of the Australian bush, the malleefowl. These aren't your average feathered friends, they're the unsung heroes of nutrient distribution, turning the outdoors floor into a hotspot of ecological magic. Imagine this, a bird with the pluck of a chicken, toiling away under the Malay eucalyptus canopy, crafting earthy mounds that rival a compact car in size. Who needs a nursery when you've got the earth itself to keep your eggs toasty? Now, you might think these piles are just nests, but oh, there's so much more. They're like the local coffee shop for nutrients, where carbon grabs a latte and nitrogen catches up over a scone. These malleefowl mounds are bustling with chemical life, with soil as lively as a dance floor during Mardi Gras. With their high-class soil, these mounds could very well be the guardians of the forest, keeping the fiery dragon at bay by breaking up the flammable landscape. Who knew that playing in the dirt could be so noble? And as the malleefowl pat down their last clump of soil, shaping the very land they live on, we'll soon take flight to another story that's just as riveting, a tale where the nesting game is as much about love and dazzle as it is about survival.
He opens the mound, tests the temperature, and rapidly refills it with cool sand.
Hammerkop bird nest. Ever heard of a master builder with wings? Meet the Hammerkop, nature's own mason. Perched by the riverside, this feathered artisan doesn't just pick a tree, it picks a canvas. Imagine, if you will, a bird weaving a fortress so grand it could be mistaken for a treetop mansion, complete with decoy doors to outsmart the slyest of snakes and the sharpest of eagles. This isn't your run-of-the-mill twig pile, oh no, it's a marvel of avian architecture. With sticks as sturdy as scaffoldings and twigs as fine as tapestries, the Hammerkop crafts a nest so spacious that squatters like eagle owls pay no mind to property laws and set up camp right on top. And here's the twist. While some may admire its handiwork, others view this bird as a harbinger of myths and whispers. A flight over your homestead? A tale of impending doom. Dare to sneak a peek at its nest? Legend says a thunderbolt might just be your flashy and quite shocking reprimand. Little Grebe. This pine-sized water bird has an Olympic diver's build and a love story that could rival any fairy tale. Monogamous, you say? Absolutely. These birds pair for life, proving that true love isn't just a human affair. In the heart of the rainy season in India, romance blooms, and the dab chicks get to work. Picture this, a cozy floating home not just near the water, but on the water, anchored like a ship to its harbor plants. Ingenious, isn't it? But it's not just about staying afloat, it's about keeping those precious speckled eggs out of the prying eyes of predators. Imagine the sight, little grebes meticulously covering their eggs with weeds like a magician with a cloak of invisibility. And when these fluffy chicks hatch, they're ready to swim or hitch a ride on their parents' backs, touring their watery world with the best seats in the house. As we witness these grebes elegantly balance family life and survival, we're reminded that even in the animal kingdom, there's a knack for crafting the perfect home. So, who needs to walk when you can glide through life with style and grace? Paper wasp. Buzzing onto our screen is the architect of the insect world, the paper wasp, or as Science Squad calls it, Polistes fasciatus, I think. Ever wonder how these critters create those mesmerizing papery abodes? Let's construct this story together. First, a wasp blueprint isn't just a set of instructions, it's a dynamic flowchart, a buzz of decisions being made on the fly. These wasps begin with a single cell, a humble foundation, and like playing a game of biological Jenga, they build up, each move calculated and yet, surprisingly, improvised. What's really fascinating is that these winged builders challenge the stigmergy theory, the idea that they just follow a set pattern based on what's already built. No, our friend the paper wasp is much more of an avant-garde artist. It's not just what's built, but a whole portfolio of cues they use to shape their next move. And as our wasp evaluates its construction at each step, adding a cell here, a layer there, it's multitasking at its finest. Forget single tasking, these insects are the multidimensional planners of the natural world. As they craft their paper palaces, they're not just following the rules, they're rewriting them. Wren bird nest. Alright, nest enthusiasts, let's peck our way into the wondrous world of the wren's nest. A true marvel of avian architecture. Picture this, a cozy dome of moss and lichen snuggled in the nook of a tree or the cradle of a rock face. Isn't nature's interior design just awe-inspiring? Now, get this, our feathered friend, the male wren, is quite the industrious bachelor. He flits and flies, crafting not one but several of these intricate nests, like a tiny feathered property developer. Why? To woo his lady, of course. The females then get the ultimate house hunting experience, picking the perfect pad from his collection. Talk about bird real estate markets. But here's the catch. The male wren might be a Casanova, serenading multiple females who all settle into the nest he's built with love and twigs. Each nest is a potential home for a new wren family, with the female meticulously lining it with feathers to ensure her 5 to 6 eggs are snug as bugs. And she does all the incubation herself. Talk about mom goals. The red ovenbird nest. Nest Explorers, our grand finale is about to take us down to the forest floor, where the leaves whisper stories of an incredible architect. Enter the ovenbird. In the heart of vast mature forests, where towering trees stretch like skyscrapers, these tiny birds craft a masterpiece of disguise and ingenuity. Can you imagine the dedication it takes to meticulously build a home from the ground up? The female ovenbird is a master of construction, using leaves, grasses, and even hair to weave domed havens over 5 tireless days. And talk about location. These birds don't settle for anything less than prime real estate, far from the edge, nestled under a canopy's kiss, where nature's leftovers are plenty. With a side entrance that's oh so stealthy, these nests are hidden jewels on the forest floor, sloping downhill away from prying eyes. Cozy on the inside with a deer hair lining, sturdy on the outside, camouflaged with leaves. It's a nest that rivals the best. Aptly named for its bread oven look-alike, the ovenbird's nest is a secret wonder we're lucky to uncover.